What's going on, everybody? So, a little quick story before we get started. I was hanging out with my friend Nostalgia Nevin, and we were talking about the good old days and how much better everything used to be. And you know what he said to me? He said, "Dang, you should rank the top 10 Pixar films." So, after I confusingly asked him while he was whispering, I said, "You know what? I think that's exactly what I'm going to do." So, without further ado, here are my top 10 Pixar films of all time. But before we get started, I know I'm going to have films in my top 10 that wouldn't crack people's top 20, and I know I'm going to be missing someone's favorite Pixar movie.
Help me! Don't leave me here! I'm in hillbilly hell!
That just goes to show just how great and consistent this studio has been, and they've given us so many great stories over the years, and I can't wait to share my top 10 with you. So, let's get into it. No! Starting at number 10, I've got Soul. Now, this movie came out in 2020, and it really surprised me a lot. I was very interested in seeing a black lead in a Pixar film for once. That was something that really drew me to the movie, and when I saw it, I was thoroughly surprised. It explores themes of afterlife, themes of second chances, themes of finding your purpose, and finding your soul. This is a movie I highly recommend. It's not my absolute favorite Pixar film. It just beat out Ratatouille for me. And honestly, for me, that boiled down to the soundtrack and the relatability of the people in the film. Both movies are spectacular, but Soul just beat out Ratatouille for me. So, spoiler alert, no Ratatouille. Apologies to all the Ratatouille lovers. You can't really go wrong with the top 15 Pixar movies, no matter how you rank them. But anyways, that brings us to number 9 on our list, Inside Out, the first Inside Out movie. Now, this is probably one of Pixar's most creative ideas. After a couple of movies that were decent, all right, but not Pixar's best, Inside Out was a breath of fresh air. And it sort of brought Pixar back to their heyday in terms of creativity, in terms of story. It teaches emotional intelligence.
After you eat this!
I love the idea of turning emotions into characters and showing that on screen. It's a movie that I would love for my nieces to watch if they haven't watched it. Highly recommend this film for all kids. It's hilarious. It has so many memorable characters and so many heartfelt moments. So it had to crack my top 10. But it's not number 8 because that would be Coco. Now, I actually just saw this film for the first time this morning. And boy, oh boy, was I blown away. The soundtrack is amazing. The visuals are incredible. You have an all Latino cast. I love the Mexican culture that's portrayed throughout the film. It's a breath of fresh air. And honestly, the ending of the film, if you, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but the ending of the film, when Miguel sings to his Coco, his great grandmother, that made me get the warm spot in my chest. I lost my grandmother last year, and a little bit before she passed, she had me buy her a Percy Sledge CD for a record player, and I learned every song on the album, and I would sing the songs to her, and she would just nod her head and tap her leg and tap her hand on her leg while I was singing it to her. So that definitely reminded me of that. So definitely an emotional film. Honestly, the only reason it's probably not higher on the list is because I only saw it one time. I'm sure it'll climb its way up my list the more I get to watch it. I can't believe I'm just now seeing this movie for the first time. Way to go, Pixar. That's an incredible movie right there. So let's get to number 7, Toy Story 2, our very first Toy Story film on this list. I think this is one of the greatest sequels of all time.
Oh, you're going too slow. Let me take the wheel.
Honestly, I think in terms of a standalone film, a quality movie, it's a bit better than the original Toy Story.
You really are Stinky Pete, aren't you?
Because I think it takes a step back in terms of memorable moments and the overall funniness of the film. But this is honestly a perfect movie as well. They took a huge leap in animation quality. Every character that was added is phenomenal, and it expands the world of the original Toy Story. And it tells another brilliant story. And this is one that I had to appreciate more as I got older. I didn't always love the second Toy Story movie, but as I've gotten older and we watched it a couple of times, it's honestly a great movie. So we crack our top 6, and we have WallE. Oh, wow. Now, this is another film on the list I had to rewatch, and this is by far has to be Pixar's most creative idea. You're telling a story about a robot on a deserted Earth with minimal dialogue, and it has us engaged the entire time, and you're able to easily follow along with the story, and it's able to tell a story that's very easy to follow, super heartwarming, with powerful messaging that's still relevant today and gets more relevant as time goes on. Great story, very emotional. The storytelling is impeccable. It keeps you engaged without saying too much. This is Pixar at its finest in terms of animation quality. It's truly a fantastic film that everyone should see. But it's not on my top 5 list, so let's get to the top 5. And number 5, we have Finding Nemo. This movie still looks incredible today. I remember being a kid and being blown away at the underwater mechanics and how realistic everything looks in the film. So many memorable characters.
You so totally rock, Squirt!
The father-son dynamic between Marlin and Nemo is able to tell this incredible story about growing up. Dory's amazing as a character.
You got a problem, buddy? Huh? Huh? Do you?
I love the Fish Tank Gang. This movie has many memorable moments, so many great side characters, super powerful messaging, fantastic film, and this is a movie that I can watch at pretty much any time. But it's not top 4 because at number 4 we have the original Toy Story.
You are a toy!
The movie that started it all and changed animation forever. This movie is iconic. You love the fish out of water dynamic with Buzz, thinking he's a space ranger, not a toy. Woody's a bit mean at the start of his film, but I like how Buzz kind of sticks it to him, not even on purpose. He ends up learning a valuable lesson, and it takes us on this memorable journey about friendship and realizing who you are. And it kickstarted a franchise of 4 incredible films. Hopefully it'll be 5 incredible films in a couple months, and it set the bar extremely high for what was to come for Pixar. So definitely had to crack my top 4, but it didn't crack my top 3 because at number 3 we have Monsters Inc. This movie is highly entertaining from beginning to end. The dynamic between Mike and Sully is incredible. So many memorable side characters. I love Waternoose as the twist villain in the film. This movie is able to be super funny and super heartfelt at the same time. Obviously, we talk about Pixar and the groundbreaking animation that they continue to display over the years. This film is no different. And this was Pixar truly mastering that balance of emotion and comedy in its films, and definitely set the bar high for future films. So Monsters Inc. is number 3. So, and at number 2, we have The Incredible. Dare I say, one of the greatest superhero films of all time.
Oh my God, you've gotten fat. Come in,
The Incredible tells powerful messages, obviously groundbreaking animation, so many great action sequences, a memorable villain with great motivations. You put The Incredibles on at any time, I will watch it. It has scenes that we still quote to this day.
Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
All the family powers are great, the stakes are high, and it tells a really powerful story that's rooted in the family dynamic that I can always get behind.
I love you.
Whoa.
But it's not number 1. What's number 1? I'm about to tell you. At number 1, we have Toy Story 3. Now, this movie is so great and so engaging that it really had us convinced that they were about to incinerate a bunch of toys. For me, this is the perfect movie. The villain is one of animation's best of all time in Lotso. The emotional payoff and wrapping up the original trilogy of Toy Story is fantastic. I don't care that they made another Toy Story film. This one is still a perfect ending to that original Toy Story trilogy. The ending with Andy saying goodbye to the toys is something I know we can all relate to. Growing up, learning how to let go of the things that shaped our childhood and the lessons that we learned along the way. This movie really hits on all cylinders for me. One of my favorite movies of all time, and in my opinion, Pixar's absolute best. So there you have it. That is my top 10 Pixar films of all time.
Ah, great. Yeah, and if anyone attacks us, we can blink them to death.
What movies are not in my top 10 that would be in your top 10? Like I said, I did want to include movies such as Ratatouille, Inside Out 2, but I had to narrow it down to 10, and this would honestly be my top 10. So comment below, what are your top 10 Pixar films, or what are your top 3, or just your favorite Pixar films in general. Tell me what you think of my list. Like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, Dim said that.